Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Yeehaw Lads podcast, episode number 58. This whole week has been a weird blur. We're having 4th of July on a Thursday, so we couldn't record on a normal day, so we were going to do it Friday, and everybody was busy, and we were going to do it Saturday, and then everybody was busy. So now it's Sunday morning at like 11 o'clock. We are not prepared. We have very little to talk about. Marcus showed up. I don't know what's going to happen. We're just going to tell some stories and do some things.
I'm very hungover.
I'm already about 2/3 through my energy drink.
Let her
rip. I can't imagine it's going to get better.
Nope.
So we'll start with some memes, get this energy flowing, try to get this thing over with. It might be a short episode. It might not. We'll see. Get this staged up.
So this one was more directed towards you.
Oh,
for the whole Spotify
the whole
thing.
Hating Spotify thing?
The caption says, "Me, just shuffle my music." Spotify. Clinically depressed cowboy shit.
And then he puts the headphone in anyway. He's just like, no, I don't want that. And immediately goes to put the headphone in.
My YouTube Wrapped. It was like, hey, you were super energized and ready to go. Sad, depressing cowboy music.
However, okay.
There's another one because we've also been playing Farming Sim.
We've been playing so much Farming Sim.
So it says, other friend groups, let's play COD.
Mm-hmm.
Versus me and the boys preparing the fields at 4 a.m. because they're not going to plow themselves.
No shit. There's been some days we've put in long hours on that.
Yeah, it's like Snow Runner.
Oh my God, Snow Runner.
Where we would sit and play for like 10 plus hours straight.
Farming Sim might be really complex, but it's not near as frustrating as Snow Runner.
Oh God, no.
Snow Runner is like, people are like, well, it's a fun game about trucks and stuff. I'm like, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's a nightmare with a shell of trucks over it. It's fucking brutal.
It's me in the mud spinning my tires 8 fucking hours.
You have an 8-wheel drive truck, all the diffs locked, and you're in low, and it just will barely crawl forward. And you're like, this is it. This is the game. Your trigger finger hurts from just holding the whole time.
Or, you hit a stump and then all your fucking suspension damage goes, or you get hung up like I've had.
Or you hit, nothing
times.
in the middle of the road. It's a straight, flat road. It's like, 100 suspension damage.
100 suspension
well, this
damage.
truck's junk. Yeah, go get another truck to come fix it. Roll that truck on the way.
Good
Finally
times.
get it fixed. Hit a stump. It flips over. Go get your crane. That gets stuck. It's a nightmare.
Yep.
But God, it's so much fucking fun. This next one. This is from me. Talking about Facebook Marketplace after picking up my first free snowblower. It's a scene from War Dogs.
I cannot stress this enough. You need to be scouring this website day and night. It is updated by the minute. There are tens of thousands of solicitations on this website. If you see something interesting, you bring it to me.
Literally every day. It's like, I don't read the news in the morning. I get up and I scroll Marketplace.
Scroll Facebook.
Because that's where you find the good shit, is early when no one else has seen it yet.
Yep.
If it's a good deal, you got to get on it right then.
Like 4 to like 6 a.m. is prime time for fucking...
It's people who posted shit last night.
Yep.
And they're going to check their phone in the morning. You want to be that top message.
Yep, top message.
You can't win if you don't play.
Amen. So this one kind of goes for Nick, who isn't here because he may
R.I.P. He may have died.
Almost died.
He may have died.
He 2 weeks ago took the pit bike out around and kind of got a little confident with it.
Yeah.
So I finally was like, all right, it's big boy time. We're gonna go to the parking lot.
And I kind of expect him to be like, nah, I'm good. But he's just like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
He's excited.
He is excited. That's dangerous.
He did very well for his first time on like an actual bike, like with a clutch.
Mm-hmm.
I think he only killed it like, I don't know, 8 or 10 times.
Going from the pit bike to your bike,
yeah,
the skills don't transfer very nicely. They're similar.
You get a feel for...
But when the bike's 3 times the weight and twice the size,
and has 6 times the horsepower
and more gears and
CCs.
Yeah. 4 times.
Yeah.
Still, potato.
Yeah.
Stock, it would be 6 times.
Oh yeah. But so yeah, this one's for Nick, and it says, when I misjudged a pothole going Mach Jesus.
Oh look, a penny.
You're just scraping your helmet across the ground.
Oh shit.
Ooh, look, a penny.
So
it's like I'll see it all the time. It's like people have their like Life 360 thing set up and they ride their bike and their phone will come off their bike.
Oh yeah.
So it's like major accident. Like it goes from like 100 to 0 miles an hour, and everyone's like calling him, trying to figure out what's going on. He's like, I just dropped my phone.
That's why my Life 360's turned off.
I'm just like you were doing 120. You're like, no, that's where Life 360 stops counting. Allegedly.
That's where it I paid for the whole speedometer. I'm going to use the whole speedometer.
Damn right. Speaking of Nick dying, here he is.
Yeah.
How it started versus how it's going.
Yeah. I looked down for like 2 seconds, and I look back up, and my bike's just on the pavement, and he's just standing there like, huh.
Like, what the fuck? Did he only drop it the one time?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
He was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it has frame sliders.
Yeah, it's
This is the only thing that happened throughout that entire day of him messing with the bike. It got a little warm, which is fine because it's...
Well, especially kind of cruising, like idling around in a parking lot.
Yeah.
You're not going to get enough airflow to cool it. And it was hot.
Yeah. He bent the rear brake pedal, which it's just
it's a piece of flat steel.
Flat steel that I bent back.
And if not, we could bend it back here.
He gnarled up a little bit of my frame slider, but
that's what they're there
that's
for.
what they're there for. He put one little itty bitty teeny weeny little
yellow polka dot bikini. Or
yes,
what
scratch in my plastics.
Oh, that's it. Kill him. It's over.
Ooh, big whoop. It was on like the
it's
highest
like
peak corner.
Yeah, like the least
like,
noticeable, most likely to
don't
get scratched.
Care. It's a piece of plastic. The other side's already scratched to shit.
Yeah, it's like
and then
if I cared about every single scratch, it wouldn't be fun.
I don't give a shit. And then he moved my mirror.
Oh, he moved it. Like it moved a little. Yeah.
You know, because it's just like a ball joint in there.
Sure.
So it literally just moved out of the way. I was like, oh no. He's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like,
you're like, here, let me fix it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's done.
I literally put it back up on the stand, let the fuel piss out of it, and was like,
Go
all right,
scratch,
done.
Buff it real quick. You're like, it's fixed.
Yeah.
He's like, that's it. You're like, yeah.
Yep.
I said,
the most expensive like wear item on this bike
is like the oil.
to
To be fair,
is either the oil or what's really fucking expensive is the brake rotors.
the rotors, really.
Oh yeah, the rotors are like $500-$600 a piece.
Holy fuck!
And I have 3 of them.
Just quit using the brakes.
But like you should never have to replace those.
You shouldn't wear them out on a regular
No.
basis. Not unless you're like racing the thing.
Yeah, and you already have upgraded stuff at that point.
Yeah.
But
if you're getting them hot enough to wear the rotors, God forbid. Like,
Yeah.
You either needed them real bad or you've been using them way too much.
yeah,
Way
so
too
like
hard.
we went through a little bit of like, well, you know, how much is a chain? I'm like, a decent chain's like $120. Like,
It's like-
brakes are like $60 all the way around.
because everything on there is the size of your cell phone. Everything's tiny.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like, hey, you're not gonna break anything.
and if you do, it's usually a pretty simple thing.
Yeah. I'm like, the worst you're honestly gonna do is fuck up my frame sliders that are made out of nylon, and they're $20 to replace.
Yeah. They're literally made
Or
to
you
be
fuck
replaced.
my plastics up, which is like $600 to $800 if you want them painted.
Yeah. And if you really fucked them up that bad, wrap over them.
Yep.
Just fucking take a sheet of 3M vinyl, wrap over it, and go,
And
hey, the
be
bike's
done.
all black now.
Yep.
Congrats.
Congratulations. So yeah, he did.
Your bike's so
he did
pretty. Those
good.
colors look so nice. Did you send me pictures of that? Yes, you did.
Oh, my little
Your
setup,
little test setup you're using.
my little MSF course.
Literally, it's like we've been going to Rallycross, and like this is the same setup
Yep.
basically. It's like it's a tent with a dude in a van.
Yep.
You have some start cones. Like you brought actually a nice setup out.
Oh yeah. Well, so I have cones for work. Jason has cones for work. So I was on my way back from Plano because I did sheds that morning. Swung by Jason's. I'm like, hey, is your truck unlocked? He's like, yeah. Why the fuck do you need my truck? I said, I'm stealing your cones. He goes, why?
My cones.
I said, I'm going to teach Nick how to ride the motorcycle. He goes, Jesus Christ. I said, I'm stealing the Easy Up too.
He's just like, you just take everything while you're at it.
I brought him back. He has 4 cones and I only have 3.
It sounds like you need to have 4 cones.
I know. But
we can
yeah.
go find some cones later.
Oh, sick.
Just go fucking.
But yeah, so brought Nick out and had him drive the bike around. I literally ran him through like the basics of an
Essentially, you
MSF
gave him like
course.
the biker safety course or
Yep.
whatever. Yeah.
Basically.
You're like, here, if you can handle most of these things,
Yeah.
just put a little seat time in and you'll be fine.
Yep. So yeah.
We get a video too.
Oh yeah,
Do you
we got
wanna-
a video.
Was this of him doing a wheelie or something cool?
No, this is
Aw.
I had him doing big laps and kind of getting used to going from first into second, and then as he was coming down to a stop, because that's what those two cones
your
out there
start
for.
gate.
Downshifting from second back into first, and engine braking to kind of get used to that kind of joltiness.
Feeling the bike move underneath you,
Yes.
not you move the bike, is
Exactly.
probably a different, takes a
Yeah.
little bit of getting used to.
I mean, he went pretty quick with everything, so I was like, I don't know. I don't really know what to do for you anymore. Just fuck around.
You're like, yeah, all you can do now is learn. You can't solid takeoff.
He was doing very good.
God, your bike's, even for stock exhaust, your bike sounds so sick.
Me.
I mean, it's not a race bike by any
No.
means, but,
Yeah, no, he did very well. I was honestly very surprised.
learned quickly.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have a big empty parking
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
Without, if you did it like the Walmart parking lot, you'd be dodging shopping
Oh,
carts at other
fuck.
cars. Like, you could never do this.
Well, it's funny, too, because he's like, we could go to IBCC, and I'm like, not for your first time. Not that parking lot there is so full of shit
They got
and
fucking
potholes.
curbs and curves and the
Yeah.
fucking, it's all up and down and beat up
Yeah.
and shitty.
I'm like,
Like-
we'll go out to the high school parking lot. It's fresh asphalt. You can get
is-
learning out there, and then after 2 or 3 times of the parking lot, we can go out to IVCC or
You slowly
Yes.
step up. Because, yeah, it's not so much like, oh, it's different shaped. There's more stuff going on. Like, going from smooth asphalt to bumpy to curbs to this, like,
to and that was the other thing towards the end we really focused on. I said, okay, go down in a straight line, keep your shoulders and hands straight, and turn your head and watch what happens. I
Yeah.
said, you're going to move with it.
like wherever you look is where you go.
Exactly.
That's why so many accidents happen on the interstate.
Oh,
when
yeah.
there's like a emergency vehicle parked on the side, because people stare at it and not realize where you're looking is where
Yeah.
you're going.
Yep.
Even on a car. Like,
oh yeah,
if you're just staring at it, you're like, oh, that's weird. Oh, it's getting close. Crash.
exactly. So yeah, had him kind of get used to that, and then also one of the things I had him doing, I noticed he was staring like a foot above,
Like just
the
above
fender.
the gauge cluster.
So I was like, no,
Like, you need to look
farther out,
look way
and
over there.
look where you're turning. But also, while you're doing that, you can see what's coming up. So like, there's gravel over there, so you should know,
You should be
hey, if this back end tries to slide out, you either need to straighten it up or huck
be
down into it and get ready to turn with it.
Be prepared for it instead of
Exactly.
you need to prepare instead of react.
Exactly.
It's like looking up, you can actually see. You look at the end of the turn, not where you're at in the turn. It's a lot of little learning stuff to pick up. but
It takes time.
yeah, you're never going to learn it all on your first day.
No.
Especially if you didn't grow up racing bikes and stuff. And
Yeah.
There's only so much you can figure out in a day, and it sounds like he got pretty good.
He did. Yeah, I was very impressed. I literally at the end of the day was like, well, you want to drive it home or nah?
Or nah.
And he was like, no, you should probably do it. I'm like, I don't give a
He's
fuck.
like, I'll take the or nah, please.
So, yeah, he did pretty fucking good.
Pretty fucking sweet.
Now it's Caitlin's turn.
Oh, God. After the wedding, probably.
Yeah. I also need to, change my suspension a little bit because she doesn't have as long legs as the rest of us. So I think she tiptoed a
Nick
little
probably
bit.
has the longest legs out of all of us, because I have little short, stubby legs still. His are probably longer than mine yet, so yeah.
But, yeah.
But the fact that it helps when you can actually walk the thing around.
I feel when you get on a bike and you can fully flat foot it and you still have some room there, it's a lot more comforting.
Yeah. Versus you're tippy-toeing on one side
Yeah.
trying to walk it, or you're bouncing back and forth side to side.
Well, shit, what was it? The documentary for the Northwest.
Oh, for the Discovery route?
Sorry, Northeast.
Northeast Discovery route.
There's a 4'8" girl riding 1,000cc
adventure
ADV bike,
Oh my
and
God.
she literally had to almost get it going and then hop on. It's like, fuck that.
You're riding your 1,000cc bike side saddle until it starts rolling.
Yeah.
That's
Good
dedication.
for you, but shit, fuck that.
Maybe get a 450 or something.
Yeah.
And just be able to sit down
That was
on
a
it.
big bike.
It's a lot. Well, if you're doing adventure stuff.
Yeah, you got all the bash bars.
Just
and
like
shit.
anything else, a little bike is going to beat you up way worse. Even if a bigger bike's harder to get on and off.
Oh, yeah.
It's a smoother, better ride. So, interesting.
Yeah.
So that was your weekend project. We'll dive into mine real quick. See how you feel about this, because it's an interesting thing that I did. So
Or did you do the funny thing?
I did a funny thing.
Okay.
And we're going to go through it. So one of the other groups that we're in, the Total Offroad Podcast, is giving away something called a Morr-Flate Air Hub, which I should have popped up in advance. But it's a very cool thing. Basically, it'll automatically air up and air down your tires.
Super fucking handy.
Now, it's not a compressor. It's just the digital control box. Holy fuck. Their website pops up a lot of things. This guy.
It's just like the air distribution.
Is it not going to load? Hello? Yeah, so it's one of these things. So essentially, you air in the main chuck. It's got all the sensors and stuff inside of it, and you air out to both sides of your tires. So you can do all four at once, technically, or whatever. But it'll automatically, you pick a PSI, it'll purge air in or purge air out and pause, read what pressure, purge more air, pause, and do it.
Yeah, so like imagine if you went to like the air compressors at like a gas station. You know, like most of them will.
They're limited.
You set a PSI and then they'll fill, purge, check, fill, purge, check, and they keep doing that. It's basically the same thing, but instead of doing one tire at a time, it does all four.
You can do all four. And what's like, it's nice because most things you can air up to a set PSI, but you can't air down to a set PSI. Because you could just set a regulator, set it at 30, and let it sit for an hour to balance. But this will do up and down.
Which is super nice.
Plus, they've got their kits to do all four tires at once, which are super convenient. Need to get one of those too. But anyway, they were doing a giveaway through the Total Offroad Podcast, which we also listen to. And the goal of the thing was to air up or air down a tire in the best, worst way possible. So it sounds like kind of a strange stipulation, but they have a segment on the show. It's like complicated answers to simple problems or whatever. It's like, oh, the brakes are out of my truck. Well, don't replace them. Get a boat anchor and fucking drag it behind you.
Get a boat anchor.
Or like, oh, my transfer case is leaking. Okay, where it's leaking, drill a hole, put a tube, and feed it back to the top of it. Like, it's terrible solutions to simple problems.
Just flex seal the piss out of it.
So that's what this contest was. It was, well, what's the best way to air up? It's the best, worst way to air up or air down a tire, because that's what this product does. They're giving away. So do you want to start with the behind the scenes first, or do you want my commercial first?
Go with the commercial. I want to see.
This turned out so good. I spent way too much time and effort on this.
So fucking sunburned.
I brought my nice camera out, so the autofocus. Oh, look at the difference between the display and the monitor. Yeah. The display, the TV we use in here as a stage monitor is fucking ruined. But anyway, here's my little commercial. It's about 34 seconds. So this was my idea for my entry.
Why settle for boring off-road trips when you can transform your ride into a trailblazing beast and sleep in comfort at the same time? Introducing the SNORR-FLATE. Handcrafted from the finest materials you can source from the plumbing section of your local hardware store. First, hook the SNORR-FLATE up to your tire, turn the valve, and watch as your tire deflates to the perfect PSI while also airing up your mattress for optimal comfort. SNORR-FLATE. Make conquering the trails as easy as inflating your dreams.
Now tell me that wasn't pretty fucking good.
That's fucking hilarious.
Tell me that wasn't pretty fucking good. That took me so fucking long to do all that.
Oh, I'm sure. Just the setup and the tubing alone, I'm sure, was a bitch.
It's like, it's just supposed to be like a throwaway gag entry. You're just like, oh, I aired down with a rock in the valve stem or something. Yeah. I'm just like, fuck this. I'm like,
we're doing this legit.
I did this thing and it worked the way I was doing it.
Christ. So how many PSI did you actually put in your tires?
We'll run through all the parts first and I'll let you guess. So here's my list of parts. I got a digital inflator from Menards because I wanted one anyway. A bunch of fittings, more fittings, a 1/4-inch air hose that's 25 feet, and 2 twin air mattresses from Walmart.
Okay.
Here's everything unboxed. It's like, do you want to guess how many dollars this was?
Enough to buy a Morr-Flate?
It was enough that I should have not done it. It was like $110 for all this shit.
So you'd save $140 on if you win.
If I win, I'm up money.
Yeah.
If I don't, then I wanted the digital inflator anyway. Because at my parents' house, we don't have a good inflator or tire gauge, and it does both.
Yeah.
Like, we've had this same one here at work, and it works awesome.
Works tits.
So it's like, all I really sacrificed was the air mattresses and the hose.
Which, I mean, we'll just put that in the camping box.
So this is what I did. So they're a pop-in plug on the end.
Oh, okay.
Like, this technically is a sealed face.
Yes.
It turns out these 1/4-inch barb fittings are absolutely perfect to just drill a hole and thread in there.
Huh.
So essentially, it's like a cup with a flat bottom on it. like this is all hollow in here, except for where this face was.
Yeah.
It literally threads in there so tight it doesn't leak. It is. I could not believe how perfect it was.
Well, shit, that's kind of cool.
I've still got them downstairs. You can look at them later. It's actually kind of sick. But you just pop the center plug in, pop the other center plug into the center plug into the center of the air mattress center plug. And you just hook it all up. Your 2 air mattresses. These are Intex twins. With that, there's a T-fitting here to split to 2 because I figured if I had one, it would be too much air for it. It would blow it up.
Yeah, probably.
Like, legitimately rupture the thing, which would look kind of cool, but I'm like, nobody wants to air up one mattress. Like, I got to put time in there. Here they are inflated, so you can see what I'm talking about here. It's like the outer plug, the inner plug, and it's just a hose barb. Like, it actually held up pretty nicely. It didn't leak a fucking drop. There's a close-up of it.
Christ.
I think that's all my pictures of that. Oh, there's one more of it just inflated out.
Jesus.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you filled them fucking tires up. You can see how round they are.
You have no idea. Okay. Oh, yeah, you can see my setup here. I got my camera, my tripod for my laying down shot. It's like...
I love how you even designed a fucking
logo. I literally took... See, it's like... Thank God for AI. I hate it when people use it as a buzzword. I use that to help write the script, to help figure out the name, and to make the logo. I have a whole note.
Just AI generated photos
for the logo.
Yeah,
there's an AI logo design thing. Yeah, and it doesn't fuck up text like every other AI thing.
Oh, that's fucking dope.
And of course, it like watermarks the whole thing. So I'm like, Photoshop, throw a white outline on it.
Yep,
and fucking grayscale it out so you can't see the watermark. I'm like, this is perfect.
Holy shit.
So yeah. So,
because I know you did the math.
I did the math
on what it would take, air mattresses wise, to fill the tire.
So the capacity of the air mattresses, from what I could quick math, they should be about 3 times the internal capacity as the tire is.
Yes.
Hypothetically. So in my math, I'm like, okay, if I had, say, 10 PSI on the tire, and I took 3 PSI out of it, that's equivalent to 3 times the air inside the tire that should fill up the mattresses.
Yeah.
Do you want to guess how fucking wrong I was? So here's the mattresses for scale.
Oh,
and
it's noon.
It's noontime. Fucking
Damn.
playing sirens every day.
Sirens.
So these are a 39.5 inch by 16 inch wide pit bull rocker on 16 inch wheels with bead locks.
I'm going to guess you put like 60 PSI in them.
I think you would still be low.
Holy shit.
Well, one, you don't put that much air in a bead lock.
Well,
you'll
yeah.
rip the bolts apart, allegedly. But maybe you can, maybe you can't. I've always heard 20 is your max. But so I started off, I put about 10 pounds of air in this tire. Because I'm like, if I can air it from 10 to 5, you'll see the tire flex. It'll look cool, whatever. I filled it to 10. Drained it down to like 5 because that's about where the air kind of slows down.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of 1/4 inch fittings. They don't flow great. And I'm like, oh, that didn't move them at all. Filled it to 20, dumped the whole thing. Filled it to 20 again, dumped the whole thing. Filled it to 20 again, dumped the whole thing, and they were just barely getting tight.
Holy shit.
And I'm like, oh, these like.
So you put like.
I put like
100-ish pounds.
Pretty much. The better part of like 80 to 100 pounds of air.
So how long did that take you?
So fucking long. I think.
Did you kill an entire afternoon doing this?
I started this right after work. So I started like the first pictures are like 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
I think it was 7 o'clock by the time I was finished.
Shit.
Because you're just opening a ball valve and letting it flow a 1/4 inch diaphragm of air to fill 2 giant bladders. It took so fucking long. I don't know if I can find the timestamps on these photos.
Oh, and then like you also did the math of how much pressure it would take for like 4 air mattresses to fill the tire up. And didn't you say
to do it in reverse?
You would need basically the equivalent of the forklift downstairs.
Literally, it's like I did. Of course, this is all just quick math. I'm just trying to figure stuff out. It's like
see if it's even possible.
Yeah, if both air mattresses had 1 PSI air in it, to completely flatten them to push all the air into the tire, you would need like 5,800 pounds. Because I'm like, oh, I'll take
the shit box on top of it.
Because I'm like, oh, I'll take a couple of dudes, we'll just like roll on the air mattress or roll it up, it'll push it in. And it's like, well, technically no, because you're building pressure, so it gets exponentially tighter. So you could get, a half a pound of air in there pretty easily, but by the time you get to that last full pound, it takes so much pressure. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do that. originally I was going to get the air mattresses with the pump built into them and try to just run the pump, see if it would fill the tire at all. But I'm like, those are like $40.
Yeah.
And these ones are like 15. I'm like, I'll buy the $15 ones and
be done.
yeah, it's like there was already a 30-some second commercial. I'm like, if I would have made it a minute and a half, I'd just be tired of this shit.
Oh, yeah.
Or that wouldn't have worked. I'd have to scrap half of it, But
I like it. It came out very good.
it turned out pretty good. Everybody seems to like it so far.
We should put that as a short.
I was debating on
You
it.
should.
Just throw that up, and people are like, "What the fuck?"
What the
like,
fuck?
are you trying to sell this thing? I'm like, no, it's a bit. They're like, why? The fuck is wrong with you? But in theory, if all 4 of my tires had 20 pounds of air in them, drove it to the trail, I could hook this up to all 4 tires one at a time, and there would be enough air to fill the mattresses.
Both or just the one?
Both.
Oh, shit.
Because I aired the tires up 4 times,
Oh,
essentially.
yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, I did it just off one tire just because I didn't want to reset the cameras
Yeah,
and move the
fuck
truck.
that.
So it's like, we'll go into the clip real quick. I'm going to mute the audio of it so that way we can just see it. Let me skip ahead to where I start inflating it. Should be right about here. Okay, so what we're going to look at, I tried to hide it as best I could. So see the tire, just watch this corner of the tire right
Yeah, I
here.
know exactly
You'll
what
see
you're
it start
talking about.
going up and down and up and down. It's like,
That's you filling it. And then there's like a single half frame where you're in there.
where it's like pop in and out.
Yeah.
This was, I cut the clock out of it too. So the clock's up here on the wall. It took like 20 minutes. No, it was longer than that. It was like half an hour just to do this one clip right here.
Holy
This
fuck.
like 3-second clip of them filling up. Because it's over and over and over again. I'm just like, because I turned the valve and just let it sit. I'm like, okay, let's just see what it does.
Yep.
Like, actually, you might be able to see it still. Hold on. We're going to try to spot in the background of this. So if you look right back here in this back corner, you'll see me flash through it because I go to the bathroom and come back because there's so much free time. Hold on, here it comes. Maybe not. It must have got lost in the speed of the edit. Damn. But like the second or third time, I let it sit for like 20 minutes. I'm just like, fucking, I don't know, man.
I guess this is just going to take a while.
Yeah, I'm like, in theory, one tire should do it. I'm like, oh, I was fucking way wrong. So whether I just, of course, using AI to calculate some stuff and, just like getting random numbers, I'm like, it seems like it'll work.
I mean, it worked. Took
But-
fucking forever.
Getting air to flow at low PSIs is
Yes,
weird. It
yeah.
doesn't really calculate out nicely.
No.
Because I couldn't get the tires below like 6 PSI.
Yeah.
Even with it essentially dumping to nowhere. Because it's just so tight of orifices.
Yeah.
It won't push it out.
Yeah.
Because there's enough restriction
Yep.
in the fittings to
It's
slow it
basically
down.
a flow restrictor.
Literally. Plus, it's running through a tire gauge, which slows it down.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of 1/4-inch fittings, and
Meh.
But that actually turned out pretty good.
So when's the announcement for the winner?
The final date to enter was July 4th.
Okay.
So I'm assuming the announcement will be either this week on their episode or next week on their episode or whatever.
Gotcha.
But we will see.
Man, if you don't win, I'm going to be a little pissed.
There was a couple of decent entries. One guy stabbed a hole through his tire, so that's dedication at least. It's like
Yeah, but like it's funny, but I don't know. I feel like it's kind of cheap.
Jeremy's was pretty good too. He looked at his tire flat and he went in the kitchen, grabbed a can of beans. And I'll let you use your imagination for the rest of it.
Christ.
So he could also win, but there was a couple. There was like a total of like 40 comments. Probably half of those were people talking in the comments. The other half were entries or whatever. So we'll see. Hopefully I win something. I like winning stuff. If not, I still get a tire gauge out of it. So fuck it.
And 2 twin air mattresses.
With that have to be used with a hose barb now. Because I
you
drilled a
could-
hole through
you
it.
could just
I could cap the hose
you could
barb,
just cap the hose barb.
but it's like they're $16. I'm like,
Yeah.
the only reason I didn't throw them away yet is in case I wanted to show anybody this fucking contraption.
Yeah.
But
Oh, actually, no. Now that I think about it, in the sleeping tote, we have a spare plug.
center plugs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we had 1 or 2 air mattresses over the years that has gone.
Oh
to
yeah,
shit
the
and started
the
leaking.
mattress started leaking, so we
Yeah.
just popped the plugs out of them.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay. Well, if anyone
Nice.
wants 2 air mattresses, I have some.
Y'all yell at me for never throwing shit away.
My-
I might need this.
I might need this one day. I should just like give this whole setup away. Some fucking poor guy's just like, but what do I do with it? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
We should ship it and like brand it like an actual product and send it to the guys.
Send it to the guys at Morr-Flate
That or
or
Total Offroad.
Just be like, here's box. They're like, what the fuck is this?
What the fuck is this? Congratulations, you're the first trial customer.
Give it a test run, see what you think. Fuck me. But it's like,
Tire gauge not included.
yeah, no, I'm keeping that fucking thing. They're not that much money, but I'm still keeping it. But
You already went through the process of going to town and buying one.
that's right. Fuck that. I ain't doing it again. Going to Menards on a Saturday to try to figure all this shit out. It's like you walk in Menards at 10 o'clock and you're like, okay, I need some things that are generally like this.
This is my idea, and I need to walk out of here with something that's probably going to work.
I need to walk out here with enough stuff to put it together.
Yeah.
So it's like the people working there had to be given funny looks as I got a tire inflator, an air hose kit, and 2 air mattresses in the cart. And they're like, the fuck is this guy doing? They're like, those don't go together. I'm like, I know. I got an idea.
Just wait a minute.
Yeah. Trust me, this all makes sense. It does not make sense. But yeah, that was my Saturday. I was trying to figure that out, and I did it Tuesday, I think.
Tuesday, isn't it?
Monday or Tuesday. One of them days. Tuesday. Because Monday I finished up the surround speakers at the pool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the ones that the internal crossover went bad, so they
Yeah.
sent me a new set, so then I fixed the crossover because fuck them, that's why.
Now you have a brand new set for when the speakers like actually fuck up.
Well, now we've got 4 instead of having 2.
Oh, yeah, that's right,
'Cause
that's right.
Our amp for the pool's got 4 channels,
Yep.
so I just added the other 2 channels. Fucking bada bing, bada boom. So there's
Nice.
2 facing out towards the concrete patio, and then 2 up on the pool deck. So it kind of
Sick.
get them staged so that way the patio's not too loud, the pool's got good sound, Turned out pretty good.
Cool.
Man, I'm having a rough day. I'm
Yep,
fucking tired.
I'm still hungover and drinking.
I calculated out this morning. I had like 11 beers and like 4 shots yesterday.
Well,
And I
let's
was
just
good.
say that this bottle, as of a week ago, was
El
like
Capitan.
here,
And it is
and
no
now
longer.
it's here.
For those listening, that's like 2/3 of the bottle's gone now.
Oh,
It's been a fucking week.
I am the liquor Bobanders.
Oh yeah, speaking of things, you got a cool little thing to play with, didn't you?
Well, not yet.
You're going to.
I will.
Allegedly.
Thanks, Mom, again for all the bitchin' gear over the
First,
years.
you get a 360 cam and a
Well,
drone,
no.
and this,
First, it was the drone.
the drone's fucking sick.
Then it was the GoPro.
Yeah.
Then,
still
because
gotta
she just went to Alaska. They
Mm-hmm.
took a cruise, and like a week before they left, she asked me to come over and grab some stuff. She didn't tell me what. I was like, all right, I got to swing by over that way anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And she just hands me like 4 boxes. She's like, here you go. Can you please pack this away in like the camera bag? I'm like, what the fuck even is this? And I open the box and it's like a brand new Insta360 X4.
It's an
I'm
X4.
like, Jesus fuck, Mom. Like, I'm not gonna complain, but holy shit, we're gonna need a bigger fucking
You're
camera
like,
bag.
no, stop buying me cool shit to play with.
Yeah.
No.
So I still got to fiddle with that because I haven't even really got myself acquainted with it.
I don't think
but
you really can just figure these things out at first. They're a fucking
yeah,
goofy little
it's
thing.
a little weird.
So it's got a camera lens on the front
And the
a camera
back.
lens on the back, so it can film essentially 360
Yes.
degrees.
So each camera lens does a 180-degree view.
Yeah, they have a huge like fisheye effect to them,
Yeah.
so they can get way in and way out.
People do cool fucking shit with them.
Yeah, they're pretty interesting. I've seen a lot of people have fun with these things.
Yeah.
I don't know
So-
what you guys need one for, but
Well, she wanted it to do like zip lines and
I suppose that. Well, I mean, that's kind of what it's made for.
yeah,
is,
whale watching, stuff like that.
Stuff
See if you
that-
can go to video and see if they have a little preview.
They do have a little video here.
8K.
Like, hold on, they got audio playing. Fucking
Oh,
mute
fair.
your audio. Can't wait till they get copyright claimed for fucking
It's like 2
showcasing their
seconds.
product. But see how it'll flip from where they're facing to away from where they're facing?
That's one camera.
Yeah, it captures both sides of it.
The frame later thing is awesome.
The fact that it captures a full 360 video and you can choose where it rotates to, so you can always get the right side.
That and like the amount of compatibility with other stuff. It will hook up to my Senna in my helmet to do moto vlogging.
So you can just like on the fly be like, start recording or
Yep.
fucking. That's kind of
The
sick.
voice activated. I don't know how much I trust the
dive case,
well, no,
Or
I trust
just-
the dive case. I don't know how much I trust the regular just body itself being waterproof. But
I mean, pretty much everything these days is water resistant to a
Yeah.
certain extent.
but yeah, these things are tits.
They're pretty
Can't
sick.
wait to use it.
It's gonna be fun to play with.
Oh yeah. But then so now I was
Stick
over
it-
there the
stick
other
it to
day.
the roof of the rock crawler. You can get it fucking
Yes.
doing all sorts of sick stuff.
Yes.
That'd be kind of
You
sick.
want to know the shittiest thing? We need new mounts now.
Fuck. For
we
what?
Need, we need clamp mounts and we need suction cups.
And those have like the huge suction cups, don't
Those
they?
are like the legit ones.
Does it show
'cause
me?
I really
create a
don't.
bundle? Let me see if one of these bundles shows it with
I
a
don't
huge suction cup.
know.
It's a chest mount. It's a stick mount.
If you go on Amazon, I know they have them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we need like one of those.
Yeah.
A nice, decent clamp mount.
Yeah, here's the motorcycle clamp mount. Essentially, it's a screw type clamp. You can just force it onto whatever bar it'll fit on. Then just quarter 20 mounts, and you can stick it on wherever. This thing's pretty fucking sick.
Yeah. So we need some of those.
We gotta play with this thing.
Yeah.
Gotta do some cool shit.
But so I was over there the other day, and
The other day?
she told me that she got invited to the like limited release of the new Starlink Minis.
Starlink Mini.
So, dang it, this one doesn't have the Roam in it. Whatever.
Yeah, either way.
But so the Mini is like a foot
Is this
by
a
a
video?
foot. What the hell? It shouldn't be.
all right,
That's
that
weird.
doesn't do
Oh,
anything.
okay.
All right, weird.
Whatever. So it's like a foot by a foot,
Mhm.
and you can take it anywhere. It acts just like a Roam. She paid $120 for just the dish
For the hardware.
for the hardware.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because the Minis are priced at $600.
You say the regular dish is 600 now.
Yeah.
600 or 650 even.
And then the only price difference is, so instead of like if I were to go out and get a standard dish
Mhm.
and then go out and buy a Roam, I'm going to have to pay $240 for each
For
dish,
each thing,
for each
yeah.
individual service.
Right.
She got locked in for lifetime for $30 more a month.
For a lifetime?
Yes.
That's so sick.
So it does kind of suck because it's only limited to like 50 gigs a month, but it's like
There's so much you can do on 50 gigs.
all I need to do is say, "Yep, I'm still alive." Okay, I'm gonna scroll TikTok for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
and pass
I just
the
want
hell out.
some signal so I can do like satellite communication.
Yeah.
You know, instead of just like, oh, my text won't go through. I guess I'm dead today. You know.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to
having
mess with that.
Just having a cool little like. Here's about how big this thing is.
Yeah.
Like, it's not huge. You could throw it in a backpack easily.
Oh, it's like I've seen people say that they're already making backpack mounts for them.
specifically for
Yeah.
this. Oh, like do on top of the backpack?
Yes. Because it does, you can strap this to a car and move within, I think it's like 5 or 10 mile an hour.
Sure. As long as you're slow.
Yeah, you're
You
not
know-
going like crazy.
Right.
Which I find insane because I was on their website grabbing pictures and they have Starlink services for airplanes now.
Yes. Well, because an airplane is essentially a low Earth satellite.
Eh,
So
technically.
it's closer. It's actually be pretty easy for them to get Wi-Fi from them.
But no,
Hypothetically.
thought that was nuts. But it's a dish with the mount on the back, so it's got like 110 field of view.
Okay. Does it auto pan like the big dishes do?
No.
Okay. So it's just a satellite dish where
Yes.
it's just throwing signal and hoping to catch it.
Built-in router.
Built-in router.
Built-in router.
That's good because I hate the Starlink router.
Yeah,
It's so
it's
dumb. It looks super cool, but if you put 0 Ethernet ports on your router, I hate you forever.
Yeah.
And you sell the adapter for like $75.
If it was
So
like
dumb.
$10, fine. I'm still not.
And the part that's crazy is the cable that runs the dish is a
Ethernet.
It is a Cat 6 Ethernet cable.
Yeah.
I've seen people cut them in half and splice their own ends onto it.
Yep.
And I'm like, I should have just done that. Could have saved $100 on their little adapter thing.
It's just a high voltage PoE.
Yeah, that's all it is. I'm like,
Yep.
Why didn't you just put an Ethernet cable on it? It would have been so sick. People could they still could open source stuff, but
Oh yeah. But yeah. So it's got one. You plug the power brick in, and bing bang boom, you're up and online.
yeah, here's like the entire kit. It's like, here's one cable, a power brick, and a ruler for scale. That's it. That's all it needs.
So yeah, pretty excited to mess around with that.
The fact you can get like 100 megabit with this thing.
Oh, yeah.
This backpack size
Oh,
dish
yeah.
you could just throw out somewhere is unbelievable.
Yeah. It's
Especially if
pretty
you have
sick.
a clear view of the sky or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So we go to rally or whatever. You're just like, hey, I'm going to borrow Starlink this weekend. You're like, because you're not going to be sitting there watching videos and shit.
No.
You're just going to be like,
I'm busy. I'm
Check
there to
my
check
phone.
in
I wanna
and
look
watch
something up,
times.
you know?
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
you can go do the live timing site and it won't like, okay, it won't load. Hold on. Let me check. Let me, refresh, switch
Yep.
my data off, turn 5G off,
Yep.
It'd be nice
So-
to have a steady ass
Yeah.
connection.
Eventually, I think I'm gonna add. I don't know the mounting situation on the back of this yet, but
If there's not just a quarter 20 on the back, I'd be so mad.
I
should.
Yeah. But I have seen. I think they're going to come out with some mounting, but I'm sure we can 3D print something, and we'll just put a clamp mount style on the shipbox roof,
Fuck yeah. Well, it's
and
like
then just leave it be.
for the big dish, it's like an 1.5 inch tube.
Yep.
And you could just clamp whatever to that.
Yep.
More or less. It's made to, like, the connector fits inside, or it makes like the tube is like C-shaped with like a notch in it, and it's made the connector slides in there to finish the circle.
Yeah.
So as long as you clamp over top of that, it's good.
Yeah, you're fine.
And this one being smaller and probably mounted on the power is probably on the side, not through a tube, so it's probably way easier.
Well,
to use.
I think again, it only has like a little kickstand on it. That's it.
That's really all it'll need.
So
yeah, God forbid you take the kickstand off, whatever that mounts to. You just put a quarter 20 mount or something back there.
Yeah.
You set on any tripod.
I'm still gonna need a bigger camera go bag. I mean, Jesus, we have the case for all the radio stuff, which I've been a little bit better about, just tossing shit in a backpack and we go. But,
yeah, the case is nice for when you need all the stuff, though.
It's for, hey, we're getting on a plane.
Yeah, we're gonna go across the country. If we forget anything, we're screwed.
Yeah.
We got 4 people who all need radios and batteries and chargers
and everything.
That's what that kit's made for.
Yeah. But like now I have a drone bag, which is the satchel. Then I have a camera bag, which is an entire backpack just dedicated to, 2 cameras now. So yeah, I think it's I need to start really looking at new camera bags.
Like one good storage thing for every, or you almost want like something that could like snap together so you could make it one big like pack. Like,
yeah,
not
like a
pack
out,
but not quite that.
Yeah, I don't know. Haven't really looked into it too much yet.
If I can find the thing I was looking at.
We just get an old military case.
So I was on Facebook Marketplace the other day because that's what I do.
Facebook Marketplace.
And there was a guy selling like a huge Pelican case. Like it was in the bed of his truck and it was sticking out like 4 feet. It's like a 12-foot long Pelican case. Like I don't know if it was
like a roadie case.
No, but it looked more like a hard side Pelican case. It was weird.
Shit.
Like he just had to call it like massive hard case or whatever, but I probably won't find it now, but either way. But you can get pretty good sized stuff for really not that much. But
yeah, well, I need to go to the.
But it'd almost be nice if it was like a Packout style thing. You're like, here's drone Packout, click. Here's GoPro Packout, click, and just start stacking a box with. And those have like the roller dolly too, so you don't have to carry it as much. That'd be kind of nice.
Yeah,
but they're all hard side case. You had to foam insert everything, and
Yeah, it'd be a pain.
Potato.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could figure something out.
Oh, I'm sure we could either do the pick and peel foam.
Yeah, just get sheets of block foam and just make it good enough. Or there's plenty of places they're like customcasefoam.com or whatever. It's like, here's my thing. Here's the size cutouts I want.
Yep.
And they'll just send you a pre-laid out thing.
Yeah. So I'm sure eventually, like with all of our gear we keep fucking acquiring, eventually we'll. Honestly, the Packout idea is not a bad idea.
I would look into that because you might be able to get like a double deep one for the drone and stuff and a single deep one for all the GoPro stuff and just lay it all out instead of stacking it into itself.
Holy shit, that would be so fucking nice to have like one roller dolly.
That's it. We're pulling up Packouts.
God damn it. Maybe not Packout. We'll get the Ryobi knockoff.
Get the cheap ones. But you look at Packout for the idea.
Yeah.
And then you buy the rest of them.
Yeah, like if we got the entire like roller dolly.
Get the whole catalog.
Holy shit, they want $230 just for the dolly?
Hey, Packouts are fucking expensive.
Oh my lord.
But they'll last forever.
Yeah, you can beat the shit out of them.
You got the cabinet, you could put fucking a bunch of shit in there.
Oh, we could. Oh my god. Oh, this is such a good idea, but it's going to be so expensive.
Like this little guy. This is the half wide, normal, like small height.
Perfect for just
you can put
the
GoPros. Put like 2 GoPros in here, a bunch of batteries, and like an SD card case.
We could do the cabinet and hard mount, all like the radio gang charger, the GoPro charger,
and we could print mounts so that way everything snaps into the top of it or whatever.
Oh fuck!
Plus, you get Milwaukee Packout cups, and they can twist lock into the top of it.
And then all we have to do is run the power to one power strip. It's one plug, and it'll charge every. Son of a bitch!
And when you're done, you grab the wall mount and just fucking stick it on the wall at home, and you're done.
Fuck.
I'm just saying. I mean, it's. This might be.
We might have to go to Rural King.
We might go
look at the Packout aisle.
Then you can get the cooler and keep your bevies cold.
Oh my fuck!
This is the one, the rolling toolbox. It's the dolly with a box on it for like $130.
That's not bad.
I think it's just an empty box, more or less. Yeah.
Yeah, but still.
But you could drop little ones in there or make inserts to split it up.
Fuck.
Yeah. You're gonna spend some money. Or we go get the cheaper ones. But
we could go get the cheaper ones. I wonder how that would be with flying.
Packouts?
Yeah.
They're tough. I can't imagine it'd be a problem.
Yeah, but I wonder if like TSA throws a shit fit about them.
See this. This is the guy right here. Oh. It's got pod lights and a charger. So you can flip. It's got basically 360-degree worth of light on it. For $200?
Mobile light station.
Oh, it's out of stock in Ottawa. We can't buy it right now. Gay.
I will never financially recover.
Integrated M18 and USB charging. So I'm assuming you could throw an M18 battery in there and charge your phone off the battery.
Oh,
or you
shit.
could plug an extension cord in.
This is such a great fucking idea.
31 hours off one battery.
Holy shit, that's impressive.
God damn. And they're fucking bright ass lights. Well, you've seen our little one here.
Yeah.
The little handheld, like 8-inch one.
Oh, God, I love using that thing.
That's basically the same bulbs that are on here. It's probably brighter than shit.
Fuck.
And mine's all covered in paint and stuff, so that one's probably actually bright. Get the vacuum attachment, I'm just saying.
God, this is a really fucking good idea.
This might actually turn out fucking super sick. Another rolling cart? Nah, that one's probably a little bit too.
Yeah, that's a bit too big.
That's just a giant hole you'd have to throw stuff in.
Yep.
But here's the ideas. Everything on here just snaps in. I'm sure you could fly with them to a certain extent. I've seen people do it. Well, they'll fly with coolers.
Yeah.
I've seen people take coolers, they'll put their stuff in there, tape it closed, and throw it in the fucking
just be
check
worse.
bag.
You just call the TSA office and like Google it.
Yeah. Or you just show up, you're like, hey, I know it's big. You're like, whatever, I'll pay the fee.
Yeah.
You can just have all your stuff in your hard side locked box, all ready to go.
Fuck.
Packouts are so fucking sick. It's like I have zero use for one, but
I think we do now.
But when there's a use for one, it's like, God damn, that's such a good idea.
Do you know how nice that would be? Did you get your camera bag? Did you get your camera case? Do we have this? Hey, we know that we forgot the radio chargers because the Packout box is missing.
See, here's like for your drone, you could throw the drone in the bottom shelf, spare batteries in the middle shelf, SDs in the top shelf,
Spare cables, cords, SD cards.
Anything. The world is your oyster.
Fuck me.
This shit's going to get expensive.
Damn it.
Just make your mom buy it.
No, fuck no.
Look at this fucking rig. That could be you.
That could be us. That would be a nice setup.
That's probably like $1,000 in boxes.
In just boxes, not to mention the tools.
When you're
going
to
to
put $3,000 of equipment in something, and it's all lockable and sealable, like waterproof,
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking sick.
Fuck.
Damn, we might be looking at Packouts later.
Yeah, we might be looking at Packouts later.
Let's see, what other brands of fucking snap blocks are there? I know they're like Walmart's got their Heart one. The DeWalt one's all right, I think.
I didn't know DeWalt made one.
The first search just DeWalt Packout. Like, it's not what it's called, tough system. This one's a little bit not quite as fancy dancy.
It's not so much fancy. It's just.
But it costs half as much. Like this one's like a $100 case instead of a $200 case.
I was a DeWalt tool guy for years until Milwaukee was like, hey, you know that like specialty like thing that you do at work that is, very taxing on your body? Yeah, here's a $200 tool that does it for you in a quarter of the time.
Yeah, here's the exact thing you need, and guess what? It's the best one they make.
Yeah, just the amount of, hey, we shouldn't have to work that hard to do that. Well, here's a tool.
Yeah.
It's like, gee, Milwaukee, calm the fuck down.
The amount of specialty stuff they make is ridiculous.
Just so cool.
Like, we've got one. Let me pop it up.
Right now, I would kill for one of the transfer pumps.
Oh, yeah. I think
the stick pumps.
I don't know if Michael has one of those. I think he might actually. Of course he does.
I don't know how many times I've opened a vault at work and it's just full of fucking water.
I'm like, you know what this thing is because we use it all the fucking time.
Oh my God, this thing is so awesome.
This is my favorite tool Milwaukee makes, the cordless belt sander. I use this fucking thing every day.
That and the little buff tool. I do love that little buff tool.
Because trying to grind into a tube or into a hole that you can't reach good, like it's a little tiny belt. You can reach in there and get the inside or into a corner without a grinding disc or fucking trying to do some weird shit with a die grinder. Like, you can get the belts for not that much, put like a 36 grit belt on here and they'll fucking rip material off. They're awesome. It is pricey at $250 without a battery.
But do you know how much time that $250 saved you over the years?
It's worth it. Because we used to have air-powered versions of these, and they're good, but you're dragging a hose. Yeah. And even with flex joints, hoses kind of suck.
Mm-hmm. Like, and they leak, and they're fucking loud.
And the one thing that this does is it has a forward and reverse.
Oh, yeah.
So the problem with the belt sanders, if you try to use it backwards, it'll rip your hand up and bounce it up and down. So you just switch the direction. It works the other way. It's literally one of my favorite tools we have. I use this thing all the fucking time. Anything I can't use a 6-inch grinder for, I use this.
Mm-hmm.
Glad I don't have to buy tools for work. I'm glad we just get them for free because my boss buys them. Luckily, my boss is the biggest Milwaukee fan. So it's like anything they have, he's like, well, I'll just buy one. I'm like, I'm such a bad influence on him.
Oh, shit.
Because I love to tell him stuff. He'll be like, oh, they make this thing. I'm like, do you really need that? He's like, well, no. I'm like, you're going to buy it anyway, aren't you? He's like, well, yeah. I'm like, fucking all right.
Company card, baby.
I'm like, well, while you're at
Right
it, why don't
off.
you just pick up another one?
Yeah, get 2 while you're at it.
Or he buys a tool and then I just use it all the time because I'm here all the time. He's like, well, I kind of need that thing. I'm like, buy your own.
Too bad.
He's like,
shop use now.
these are like, fine, I guess I will. Like a little 90-degree sander. Mm-hmm. It's like, I used the shit out of it. And all of a sudden he's like, I need one too. And he bought a new one. He's like, here, you take the new one. I'm like, fucking okay.
Oh, shit.
But yeah.
Fuck, we're going to look at Packouts now.
You want to look at Packouts today?
Yeah, probably.
Or you get a fucking Uline mobile bin and spend thousands on something like this.
Oh, that's kind of tits.
Uline shit is sick, but it's so expensive.
It's not even expensive. It's so overpriced.
Pick whatever color you want, you know.
Holy shit. How much are we even looking at?
These are
this thing?
$2,100 before shipping.
Oof.
They're probably pricey.
But if we'd buy 2 or more.
Don't you put that evil on me.
No, that would be such a bitch to move around.
Yeah, no, that's too big. But still, it's like,
That's what she said.
oh, she ain't never said that.
Don't
No.
don't reverse gaslight me with that shit.
But yeah.
Huh.
So Hart, that's the Walmart brand one. Those are probably the cheapest one. Like this 3-pack is $89.
That's not that bad.
That's Bauer. That's from Harbor
It would
Freight.
be a decent concept to at least look into.
I like the DeWalt Tough system is the closest you're gonna get to Milwaukee without the price tag.
Oh yeah.
But the Milwaukee shit's super nice.
It is super nice.
That's what Andy started using for all his stuff. He just buys a Packout, fills his stuff in it. He's like, take it the car today, snaps it out of here, puts it in there, you know? Like his Jeep, the whole back's got the welded plate from ORA.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of the plastic mount, it's a metal mount. It's nice and bent and prefab. Like,
Yeah.
so you can actually like bolt it down good or weld it to something and then snap those in.
Fuck.
Well, fuck, even guys in rock bouncers
Oh, yeah.
run Packouts.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in your fucking 800 horsepower, bouncer on 43s going up hills, they just snap these things in, they stay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're just sick.
Fuck.
Might be buying some Packouts.
I'm never gonna financially recover from this.
Just
It'll be so cool once it's done.
the bank's got money. Just get more.
I'll just have Nick walk into the vault. Need
Okay.
a small loan of $1 million.
Or we get a big ass 3D printer and print our own Packouts.
You know, I've been saying that we should custom make
like
our own
a
3D
1 meter
printer.
cube.
Bigger.
Bigger?
What's the one guy I showed you a while ago, and he made like a 3x3 meter?
Jesus Christ. I mean, it's just stepper motors. They'll run forever. You can, as long as your ball screw's long enough and strong enough, it'll be fine. I wonder if that one, there was a 3D printer on Marketplace for a long time for like 10 grand, but it was fucking huge. See, this is why I can't have Marketplace, because I'm just like, I wonder what happened to that giant printer.
Oh, wait, hold on. Scroll back up. There's one for $3 grand. Yep.
Prusa M3D. That's not the same one, but don't know much about it. 500 OBO. Excuse me.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
hell?
Somebody made one, I think, is what that is. Let me set my price to like $5 grand. Turn my number pad first. That's 500. Shit. 5,000.
Oh, man.
That's just a printer, not a 3D printer.
Those are all like vinyl printers.
Yeah, it must have sold or something. Because it was like, it would do like 3 meters cubed or something. It was
Jesus
huge.
Christ.
I'm like, for 12 grand, it sounds like a lot. So you can print a Packout every day.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, these are $300 a piece.
Oh, shit. Just hop on YouTube real quick and just search 3x3 meter. We won't play the video, but
Yeah. I'll just pull up images and see if I can get one to pop up.
the dude was like standing in it.
Why are these not the
Oh,
right?
it's all the Rubik's Cube fucking things.
Damn it. Why images? Why would you do this to me? Oh, here we go.
Yep.
So this is 1 meter by 1 meter by 1.6 meters. So it's like,
direct drive too. That's nice. You just load the pellets in.
and you just fucking and let it run around for $3 grand.
We could see. Here's the thing. This
here's-
is the
hold
expensive
on.
part of us building.
And then we get a 2-color one. We can do red and black and color the Packouts appropriately. That's 5% off. Fucking 320-degree hot end. What are you printing at 320? Is that like
Christ.
carbon nylon up there? Holy
probably.
fuck. So you could make them better than Packouts.
Dear
I mean, I guess if
God.
you print an ABS, it's essentially
Yeah.
it's as close to injection mold as you're gonna get.
Yeah. Well, and then all you do is you take it once it's done printing, you put it in a giant
You go anneal it.
case of sand and put it in the oven and anneal it.
Yeah, salt or sand or whatever.
Holy shit. The biggest expense with these is, well, one, the direct drive pellet system, because holy shit, that's expensive.
You don't
That's
want
a
to get
lot
like
of equipment going on.
You just want like a 10-kilogram spool of black plastic.
Holy, you'd be babysitting the thing constantly. You'd finish the third base layer and have to change your spool.
Probably.
But is the what the hell do they call it?
God, damn,
Extruded aluminum.
Extruded aluminum?
Yeah.
Like
the actual like shaped aluminum.
Yeah.
Is ordering that in that big of sizes. That shit gets expensive.
Yeah, it's like the machine's not like, because again, the machine's relatively simple.
Oh, yeah.
It's guide rails and stepper motors.
Yeah.
But it's feeding
and a
this
control
thing.
board that like even like the big tech upgraded ones are like $300.
Let me just do something real quick. Let's see how much a Packout box weighs.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, fucking, I love pop-ups on my website. I don't care about your non-essential cookies. Like, I'm here to, let me just go to the regular flat pack guy. Learn more. Will you tell me how much this thing weighs? Tell me I have to download a dimensions PDF. Please tell me it's that stupid.
Interior and exterior dimensions.
Yeah.
But it
I mean,
doesn't
yeah,
give
they're,
a
they're 22 inches wide. So, I mean, you could fit like 2 of them on there. It weighs 10 pounds. So this like medium to small sized one weighs about 10 pounds.
So how many regular 1 kilogram
Well,
spools?
that is a 3 kilogram spool is 10 pounds, more or less. No,
Yeah.
no, 3 kilograms would be 6.6 pounds.
Yeah.
You would need 5 kilograms to print one of these.
Holy shit.
How much do you want for this thing? I mean, it might actually not be that bad a deal, unfortunately. By the time you spend
Oh, because let's see.
$150 on plastic to buy something that's $150
Call it $30 a spool.
for what, 1 kilogram?
Yeah.
So it'd be $150 for 5 kilograms.
Yeah.
Assume you get a little discount, call it $120.
Yeah.
And this has metal hinges and stuff. Damn. All right, they might be on.
Yeah.
They might beat us on price. Damn it.
Shit.
We could print inserts though,
Oh, we could print a shitload of inserts. Oh, we could do it out of TPU.
so it's all soft and flexible.
Yes.
Who's buying a bamboo then? Is it you or
No,
me?
I will never buy a bamboo.
Don't you say that. They're
because
so
they
fucking,
all connect. They're cool, but they
don't-
all connect to a Chinese server.
Just don't connect it to the internet. Run it off an SD card. The problem is everyone wants the Wi-Fi print. Just fucking plug a card in.
Yeah.
It's like technically I could hook mine to my computer,
Oh yeah.
but I still use the SD card to this day.
Oh yeah, same.
Like, is it janky?
Because
And
it's 2 feet away.
does
I
the
just
card
read.
sometimes wipe itself and break
Oh,
all my
yeah.
files? Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
But
that's why I have backups on backups on backups.
that's why I have SolidWorks. I'm just like, didn't like that change. Revert.
Yep. Fuck. What time are we at?
It says the timer's at 58. We started like 10 minutes into
Okay,
this.
so we still got a decent.
We're
bit
probably
amount
getting
of time.
close to an hour.
Would you like to get into your truck?
No.
Okay.
I don't think we've got time for that'd probably be another hour
Yeah,
at this point.
probably.
Because we were gonna.
We really tangented today.
I think it's titillated is
Yeah,
the word you're looking
titillated.
for. Yeah, we were originally gonna like explain the story of my red truck from start to finish, but it's like that's a long story, and I don't have the energy for that today.
Yeah, no, not today.
See if we have anything else in the photo gallery here. I think we took care of all of it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Dang.
Damn. Okay. Let's see. Was there anything else of interest that happened this last week?
Man, we're really phoning this one in this week.
I mean, talking about Packouts is cool and stuff.
Yeah.
Trying to see if I had anything else exciting going. Oh, we welded high steer on Andy's Jeep.
Oh yeah, you did Andy's stuff.
We worked on Andy's Jeep
We
all
should
day.
probably wait till he's here though.
Yeah, because then he can explain how he fucked up.
Classic Andy.
But yeah, short of that, nothing else too awfully exciting has happened. So I
Yeah.
think that's probably about enough for today. I think an hour is good considering it's a holiday. It's Sunday. I still have to edit and post this.
Yeah.
So I think we just call it there.
Works for me.
Cool. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.